boss is in Reykjavik, Iceland. That is where Spectre's located.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I'm buzzed.
If I roll a hard 4, you're going to call me Simba, because I am the king of the jungle!
To make for the hard way!
What my name is!
It seems, Mr. Bond, your luck has run out.
He's a Spectre agent!
Well played, Bond.
Especially since you just rolled Snake
Haha, Mr. Bond fans, I've been expecting you. Just put that back. So, No Time to Die is opened in the UK and it's about to open in the US this Friday. And already in the English channels, it's broken box office records with 25 million. So it's good to see that people are now flocking back to the cinemas after that pandemic thing that were happening. Yeah, we've had 18 months of the killer disease. We want to go back to the cinema. Well, now is our time. No time to die, no time to waste, because this is the last James Bond film starring Danial Craig, as it's been widely reported. So is any good? Well, I don't think I can really go into it without giving spoilers away, so what I'm going to do is just rank it right now. It is definitely worth seeing on the big screen, definitely worth going out. If you're feeling safe, go to the cinema and see it. You need to see it on the big screen. I would class it as epic. It's over 2.5 hours long, so it's really long, so you get a bang for your buck. You probably heard that this is Daniel Craig's last film, and he's definitely found his feet as Bond. And this is probably one of his most moving performances as James Bond. Otherwise, the music is fantastic by Hans Zimmer, the photography is really good. Acting-wise, very good. Rami Malek gets a short straw as the baddie, because he's hardly in it. And this lovely lady, she should be in it more. She's only really in for about 5 minutes. It's just a shame, because she's that good, you think, give her a film. You don't need to make James Bond a female, just give it to her. She's great. Overall, I actually enjoy this film. It's not one I can go back to regularly, because it's so long. There's quite a few callbacks to another James Bond film, which I'll get into the spoilers. But other than that, I really enjoyed it, and I give it 007.5 out of 10. Definitely worth seeing on the big screen. This one was a bit hard to review for me, because it's one of those I had to really chew over. I went to see it the first thing of Thursday morning last week, and I thought, I can't wait to get a review out. Then I watched it, and it takes a while to digest what you've just seen on the big screen. So my way was to just rank the film first, and then do a spoiler talk. So if you've not seen the new James Bond film, No Time to Die, then come back to this review at a later time. So let's cut this motherfucker open and let's see what I thought of No Time to Die. James Bond dies!
What?
James Bond's a dad! He has a baby girl! Felix Leiter dies! Ah!
What?
You're kidding! No, that actually does happen. Yes, this being Daniel Craig era, it's basically one big story from Casino Royale right up to this one. So it's like one big story arc, which you don't get in James Bond films. You always get individual adventures. But this one is one story. I'll start with this spoiler. Rami Malek is not Dr. No. I was convinced that towards the end of the film that we're going full circle. And now he's going to be Dr. No, especially with the bass. He's Dr. No. It's going to reveal in a minute. He's going to be Dr. No. No. Not even a doctor. And this is where it ends. This is when the character bites the dust at the end. But it's done in quite a good way. Because part of the plot is nanobots. When I was thinking nanobots, I was thinking Wesley Crusher dicking about with them on the start of one of the episodes of Next Generation. But yeah, these nanobots on the market, which might have been orchestrated by M of all people. And so Mr. Bond does indeed get infected. And it's a case of, when he realises he gets infected, these nanobots, Bond touch, kills people. In this case, they're programmed to kill Madeline and his daughter. There's a doll called Doo-Doo. And yeah, he gets infected and he's kind of wounded at the end and he's bloody, but he's been poisoned with these nanobots. He's got an incoming missile coming towards him, which he did allow to happen. Al can enter and blow up the base with him in. But because he's infected, even if he got away, he can't give Madeleine or his daughter a cuddle because, boom, dead. So he just talks to him and says, like, we have all the time in the world over the radio. And this is like, because part of the film, the music motifs come from On the British Secret Service. And if you've seen that Bond film, especially with somebody who's like old, like me, if you've seen it recently as a young person, you might go, yeah, it was alright, a bit boring. But if you grow up with the piece of music that comes up in this film, it's like, oh no. Well, in this case, it's Madeleine Stone driving away with a daughter going, let me tell you a story about a man called Bond. James Bond. And the music of We Shall Have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong's playing. Like, oh, geez. And that's it. End of an era. End of a Daniel Craig era. So it's a very... That's what I'm saying. It's not an easy Bond to think. Normally it's just bang, wallet, kiss, kiss, bang, bang, James Bond, whatever, adventure. And you come out feeling high. This one, you're feeling quite low. Oh, God. And plus, you've lost Felix. Obviously, he was introduced in this series played by Jeffrey Wright. I know we've had him in the series by different actors. So, but again, it's very rare that you'll have... I think it's the second time we've had the same Felix come back. But Madeleine wasn't responsible for the explosion at the beginning of the film, which the film starts off with her as a young kid, where we get to see Safin. He's after revenge of Mr. White. But it takes out the mum instead, and he's about to kill Madeleine, but Madeleine fights for her own, but gets trapped under the ice. But Safin feels sorry for her, and he saves her just off screen. And we have another call back to Vesper, because Bond's saying we'll say goodbye to Vesper so he can move on with Madeleine. But then an explosion, and the spectators come out, especially one with a bionic eye, which is quite cartoony actually, and he pins it all on Madeleine's fault. He says, oh, she's turned, especially when he gets a phone call off Blofeld, you have done well, because he's in this film. And it's interesting with this film because it actually makes Spectre a better film for it, because like I said, it's one big story arc, and Blofeld does pop up again in the film, played once again by Christopher Waltz. He's only got one scene, unfortunately. I was hoping for more, but what can you do? The film's only 3 hours. The producers have said they're not in a rush to get in a Bond film. It wasn't a spoiler, but they said we want Daniel to enjoy his time as Bond, let it, the audience reflect, and that's what they kind of meant. He's dead. So the next series is obviously going to be another reboot, but are they going to do what they did with Judi Dench? Are they going to keep M? Are they going to keep Ralph Fiennes and Q? And because they're great characters. I mean, Naomi Harrison, this film as Moneypenny, is completely wasted. All she does is sit down and take the typewriter and fold her arms. Q got some good scenes, and to me, although I always hear Paddington Burke when he's on, it's Paddington with his gadgets. Well, Naomi Harris is just on the typewriter half the time and just folding her arms and like doing that. As for the new 007, which Naomi, played by the girl out of Captain Marvel, plays it okay, but I have a feeling her role was chopped down. There's a line in the trailer where she says,
"You get in my way, I will put a bullet in your knee." The one that works.
That's not in the film. But then again, the film was running over long, so something had to go. It's just a shame that her scenes, and like I said, Naomi Harris's scenes as Moneypenny, just seemed quite trimmed down. Whether they did it just out of necessity or people mourning out, it's hard work. But you know what? The film is relevant, especially with today. Now out in cinemas in the UK and in America from the 8th of October. Do go and see it. And I see in IMAX, I believe it's even better in IMAX. But it's still not to be missed. And it's good that people are now flocking to the screens again and getting out there, which is good. I need to get out there and look at them look like the Death Star. So what did you guys think of it? Is it the best Bond film? Is it the worst Bond film? Did it make you cry? Did it make you think? Who will be the next Bond? Comment below, let me know. And we'll have another review soon. Until then, take care, wash them hands. I've got to stop saying wash your hands. The world's getting better. Until then, keep mooching the internet, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Turn the tables on my opponents.
Very amusing, Mr. Bond, but tell me, have you ever been caught by your adversaries?
It's funny you should mention it, but I had a spot of trouble with the barbed wire fence. I was going for the board.
You're trying my patience, Mr. Bond. What do you know about plutonium?
Disney character, wasn't he? A little dog.